Does having fancy gear really get you thousands of views, or can it be achieved on a budget? I'm going to show you how my budget gear helped me, a complete newbie to YouTube, gain over 760 subscribers and 38,000 views in just 7 months of starting on the platform. And we'll take a look at the bargain prices you can get this gear for during the Black Friday sales. All the links can be found in the description below. But what is this piece of gear and how did it help me to gain over 15,000 views on one video? I was in the process of setting up for a video called Music Theory in 15 Minutes for Beginners. And the majority of the video will be shot from a bird's eye view, and this proved to be more difficult than I originally thought. You see, I've always been the person to have an always find a way kind of mentality, which means in any circumstance, I'll find a way through it. But in this particular scenario, I had to create what can only be described as a work of art. I mean, look at it, it should be on display at one of those weird art museums. But the reality is this took a long time to set up, and I knew it would be better off investing into this piece of gear to help me set up these kind of awkward shots, which is where these three items come into play. I use this hammer tripod, mounting plate and Alum phone holder in every single video that I produce. But one of the first videos I used this gear on was a video called Logic Pro for Beginners. It was a simple setup. My camera was off to the right hand side of the desk, mounted on top of the tripod using the Alum phone holder, but I wouldn't have been able to pull it off without having these three pieces of gear. And the video is now at 15,000 views and doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. And if you're serious about creating content on YouTube, then you'll want to find out how to get thousands of views, like this video did for me. But you won't get those views if you make the same mistake that I did. In fact, the story of this mistake includes one piece of gear that allows me to get some unique and interesting shots to help viewers keep watching my videos. If you watch TV, then you might be aware of a British show called The Great British Bake Off, a show where aspiring bakers, some good and some not so good, gather together in a tent to compete to become the ultimate star baker. Well, I fancied a go at this for myself. You see, I'm known by my family and friends for making this delicious melt in the middle mini egg chocolate cookie. So one day I thought I'll make a YouTube video around this. After 20 hours of filming, baking and editing, I published a video onto YouTube, and with this piece of gear I was able to get some great shots, and to be fair, I was impressed with the results. But I had to make the big decision to remove the video from the channel because I knew that the one way to succeed on YouTube is by creating content around one particular type of niche. So I made the right decision in deciding to delete the video. One of the biggest issues that beginner YouTubers have is lighting and not being able to get that professional shot that most pro YouTubers are able to get. Thanks. If you're really low on budget, then you could use the lamp setup that I used for the first 6 months of creating content on YouTube. It consists of a desk lamp and my living room lamp, and I put them at either side of my face to get an equal light. Plus, most beginner YouTubers already have a desk lamp inside their home, so they can just go ahead and use it straight away. But if you don't, you can get yourself on this Black Friday deal and save a ton of money. And it doubles as a nice desk lamp too, to give you some ambient lighting in the room when working on your YouTube content. So in the first 6 months, I used my lamp setup, but in the 7th month, I got an upgrade. I upgraded to this wonderful machine, my iMac, which I found out is 10 times better than lighting my face with just 2 lamps. So all I do now is get a white blank screen, turn my iMac to full brightness, then it lights up my face beautifully. Now that's YouTube on a budget for you. Yes, the alternative is to use a window, but I'll show you how that looks. I mean, using this method is free, but it's very weather dependent. It's an overcast day here in England, so I'm not getting much light at all, which is why I like to use a mixture of lamps and a white computer screen. But with this iMac being 27 inch, it helps me to create YouTube thumbnails, write video scripts, complete work for clients, take calls with prospects, and get fully immersed in the work because of how big the screen is, leading to a more productive working session. It's also 4K, which is a massive bonus when it comes to creating thumbnails and editing videos. But if you're after something a bit more portable but has similar capabilities, then this MacBook Pro is your ideal option. I've used it to edit every single one of my YouTube videos apart from my first 2, which were edited on my iPhone with iMovie. But the MacBook comes with its own touch bar, it's super speedy, and I've not seen a decrease in speed over the past few years that I've been using it, even after using it to produce music on Logic Pro, edit videos with DaVinci Resolve, and create graphics on Photoshop. But unfortunately, there is a limit to its internal storage, which is why I find it super handy to have an external hard drive, especially when it comes to editing videos. It frees up a ton of space on my MacBook and allows it to run much faster. And to connect my external hard drive to my MacBook, I use this USB-C dongle, which comes with an HDMI port, SD slot, TP slot, and 2 USB 3 slots. But this gear wouldn't be worth purchasing if you didn't implement the right strategy for growing your YouTube channel. So watch this video right here to see how not implementing this strategy could cost you thousands of views and how it's one of the main reasons why my current videos are suffering as a result.